receive the spirit of slavery to fall back into fear, but you have received the spirit of adoption as sons, by whom we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God, and if children, then heirs, heirs of God and fellow heirs with Christ, provided we suffer with him in order that we may also be glorified with him. Those verses remind us to rest in the finished work of Jesus Christ. They remind us that we are sons and daughters of the living God, that we can rest in the salvation of our souls. And this song that we're about to sing invites me to rest as well. So I just invite you to sing this with us.
Glory
privilege it is to come together and worship you. I pray that our lives truly would reflect what we're singing, God. That our story really would be that we are living a life of worship to Jesus Christ. That we would be the aroma of Christ everywhere we go. That we would take Christ to a world that is broken, that is lost and perishing, and in desperate need of grace. Would we not withhold that from others and not keep it in this place, God? Will we take the worship and the things that you have spoken to us in here out to the world, out to our communities? Amen. You can be seated. Take a look at the screen.
Already been mentioned, we have a lot of things planned over the coming week, and I do hope that you will plan on participating in all those things. Every event that we do really builds one on top of the other to be this celebration of Easter. You can see some of the details on the screen behind me about the events coming up. There is also a card on the seat near you, and I want you to grab that card and just think about who you could give that to. You maybe have friends, neighbours, co-workers that you would love to be a part of that celebration. You may want to grab a stack of extra cards. You can do that in the back of the room before you leave and distribute them in your neighbourhood so that as many people as possible are able to join the celebration of Easter with us. Before we jump into the message this morning, there's one other thing that I'd like to talk about real quickly. If you've been around Southbrook any amount of time, you will know that our mission is to glorify God by making disciples who make a big deal of Jesus where we live, work, and play. And as far as I'm concerned, there are two essential elements that will help us fulfill that mission. The first is to be connected to Christ and help others do the same. And the second is to be connected to community and help others do the same. And so a lot of what we do here at Southbrook is aimed at helping people do both of those things. And even in the way that we use our space, we're trying to be intentional about that. So I want to just let you know about a couple of new areas that we have created. So look in the back corner of the room there. It's okay, you can turn away from me. I won't be offended. Look in the back of the room there. We have created a space there for prayer. And you can use that space to connect with Christ. This is one simple way that you can do that. One of the most effective ways that we can connect with Christ is through prayer. And so we've created that space, and maybe on a Sunday before you come to worship, you want to spend a few moments in the quiet, you're welcome to use the space for that. Maybe during the worship, if God's speaking to you, you're welcome just to sit or kneel there and spend some time in prayer. And then even after the service, you may want to pray by yourself, pray with someone who you came here with, or you will have prayer team members that you can pray with in that corner of the room. And I hope that that will be a place that you feel you can go and just experience that connection. If you look in the other corner of the room, so turn that way, in terms of connecting to community, the hub that we have created over there, that